Hi, welcome to my channel. This is James and you're listening to Downtempo Life. Today I'm going to be taking you through just the concept of what downtempo life is. This channel is based around a very simple idea that relates to the downtempo genre of music. And if you're not familiar with what downtempo music is, well, I'm going to try and explain it just a little bit. Downtempo music is a subgenre of electronic music that has a very rhythmic, atmospheric feeling to it. It's often played in the background of videos that you'll find on YouTube. You'll hear it in the backdrop of films and movies, and probably even in shopping malls and different places. It's very common, it's very relaxed and soothing, and yet not too slow, not too fast. And that's why I like this as kind of a theme for a lifestyle where you want to not be lazy, but not be caught in what you could call hustle culture. I do believe in slow living. It's one of the concepts that I like to ponder and read and speak about. I also believe in intentional living, somebody who sets goals based on values, pursues them with strategy, planning, step building. Productivity is important. But productivity doesn't have to extend to the level of hustle culture, where you're told that you have to be working 24/7, pushing, driving, and that's the only measure or the only way that you're going to find success. There's a different way of doing things. Downtempo as a genre of music is very representational of how I like to think about my daily activity. If downtempo music has a certain pace and rhythm and tempo to it, and I can align my life in that way where I want to have a pace and a tempo, something that keeps me energized, alive, connected to what I'm doing, feeling, pushing, not too hard, not wanting to fall over the edge. That's kind of a downtempo life. I like to listen to downtempo when I'm walking for the reason that it has a pace and a rhythm to it. When I'm connecting to that rhythm and that pace, it keeps me going steady and consistent, not letting off. And I also love the feeling of downtempo music when it is in that atmospheric kind of vein. Atmospheric music really, for me, makes me want to be reflective. It brings me kind of into a very present state of mind. And that's why if you go onto YouTube and you're looking up study music, quite often downtempo music will be the choice of genre where people are sharing music that you can study to. And it does something within your mind that wants to focus because it's not disruptive, but it's present. And for myself, because I really preach a mindset of being mindful and being very connected to my craft, to the things I'm creating. Now, as a creator, as somebody who designs for a living and who's an artist, being present in that way helps me work. And I can play that music in the background as I'm working, and I do all the time. I don't need that music. The idea is to have that embedded in me, that kind of rhythm, because that makes me feel good and that makes me feel productive. Like I said, I believe in slow living, intentional living, and I'm also very much into stoicism. All of those things promote being present, being mindful, being aware of the way things are, being connected to where my feet are, what my hands are doing, what my mind is thinking. Downtempo is very much about all those things. And if I could promote for people the kind of lifestyle where if they really want to work through their issues, their problems, and I'm not just talking mentally, I'm talking just you have 50 things to get done. How do you get through those 50 things rather than stressing about it and feeling anxiety? Bring it down. Bring it down to a tempo that is conducive to maintaining energy, to not burning yourself down to nothing. And yet, you'll get things done if you just keep that pace. But I also really do think that the concepts that I'm speaking of do relate heavily to your thought life, to your mental wellness, to the relationships that you have, to your ability to problem solve and deal with pressures that come in interpersonal things. We're humans that are very emotionally connected to everything around us, to situations and people. And we don't learn how to bring ourselves down to a level where we can consciously, carefully think our way through situations that bring tension or stress or anxiety. When we bring ourselves down to that tempo of thought, where we're not going so slow that we're disconnecting, or we're not going so fast that we're accelerating our emotions and reacting to things. But if we could bring it down to a place where we effectively can think and communicate and deal with things in a very intelligent, beautiful way, that changes our lives as well. And these are things that I would really like to talk about because I think they're so important to us and how well we live our lives. So if I can accomplish anything in any of the videos I'm doing, it's really all about this. It's promoting this kind of wellness. That's downtempo life for me. And how you interpret it, it might be a little bit different. But if you could take anything that I'm speaking about and apply it to you, then I consider that a huge success. Now, if you want to go listen to some down-tempo music, and I actually really do encourage you to go do that, go look it up on YouTube. Go find some of the study lists that people have. I also am putting lists on my own website, just so people have something to refer to if they want to know what it is that I'm listening to. You can find that, and I'll be posting it hopefully on a regular basis, just updating my own playlists. And if you want to tap into that as well, then by all means do that. And feel free to share with me the music that you like listening to, because I'm sure I will enjoy it too. For people who are wired like me, I think the theme that I'm presenting will resonate. Somebody who is a bit of a pusher and a hustle culture artist, they might not resonate as much with it. But at the same time, I think people who are hustling like that get burnt out. And this is maybe a good reminder just to, hey, put things in perspective, bring things down, don't get wrapped up too much or go too far or overextend too much, because it's not good for you and it's not sustainable. For those who are introverted like I am, who are very introspective like I am, I hope that this concept maybe is something that you can just mindfully apply to whatever it is that you're doing. If you're a creator, I think it will aid with your creativity. If you're an artist, yeah, you probably do the same thing. Or there's a chance you do the same thing where you have that kind of rhythm and beat that accents your activity. So thanks for listening. Just a simple thought for today. Downtempo life is what I do. Come follow me and listen for more things as I begin to unfold what downtempo living is to me and how you might apply it to your lifestyle. Thanks for listening.